Start by resetting how we think about outbound. Sending a few emails and calling it outreach simply doesn't cut it. The best sellers, they're not chasing harder, they're connecting smarter. Multi-channel prospecting is about meeting your buyer where they already are, in a format that they actually pay attention to. That's how you stay top of mind without burning bridges or exhausting your current pipeline. Today, we're going to walk through how to build a modern cadence that opens more doors, shortens time to response, and gets you booked with less noise and more relevance. The reality is your buyer is busy. They're bombarded with generic outreach all day long. So your message isn't just competing with other reps, it's competing with every priority they have. And that's why channel diversity matters. It gives you more opportunities to be seen, more chances to deliver your value in different ways, and more moments to stand out by being different. A single email might go ignored, but a smartly sequenced follow-up on LinkedIn paired with a personalized voicemail can break through. Multi-channel, it isn't about chasing. It's about increasing surface area and building familiarity through touch points that feel tailored and not templated. And this is the challenge. Every channel is saturated. Your buyer has seen every variation of just following up and every cold email that starts with, "I hope you're well." The challenge now isn't access, it's attention. Most reps approach this with more volume, but more of the same equals more noise. What cuts through today is nuance. Knowing how to shift your approach by channel, adapt your tone to the medium, and space your messages to feel like a professional presence, not a desperate pursuit. And that's what we're here to fix in this training. So by the end of this session, you're going to be able to design outbound sequences that feel like a conversation, not a campaign. You'll know how to choose the right tool for the right moment, how to evolve your message over time, and how to strike a balance between persistence and professionalism. You're also going to get frameworks you can use to build your own cadences, adapt by persona or account type, and track what works so you're not guessing, you're iterating. Usually, most reps confuse consistency with repetition. They're sequences that hit hard at the start and then fall into a loop of rehashed messages. And it's not that they're lazy, they're just stuck without a clear framework for how to progress a message across multiple formats. Another trap, thinking that multi-channel means multi-message. It doesn't. It means thoughtful adaptation. You're carrying the same idea through different doors, not showing up in every room shouting the same thing. That's what separates good sequencing from annoying persistence. We must be buyer-centric. Now, this is where your cadence starts. Empathy. Every touch point should be designed from the buyer's perspective. What's their likely headspace when they get your email? What's their bandwidth when you call? What's the tone you need to strike in a LinkedIn message that doesn't feel like a bait and switch? Buyer-centric means relevant, respectful, and real. It's not about blasting 10 messages. It's about making each one feel like it was sent by someone who gets their world. That's how you earn permission to keep showing up. Your outreach toolkit has 4 pillars: email, phone and voice notes, LinkedIn, and video. Each of these has its strengths, but also blind spots. Email is scalable and silent, but easy to ignore. The phone gives you instant clarity, but requires confidence and timing. LinkedIn builds familiarity and soft trust, but needs patience and authenticity. Video is a pattern interrupter. They're low volume, but high impact when used sparingly. Mastering multi-channel isn't about mastering every tool at once. It's knowing when and how to play each card. Now, email is where most cadences start and where most, in all honesty, go to die. To win here, every line must work. Your subject line should create curiosity or clarity. Your first sentence should prove relevance and insight. Your value line needs to be outcome driven, not product led. And your CTA must feel easy to say yes to. Think open to exploring, or would a 15-minute chat next week be totally off? Email is a scalpel, not a hammer. Use it for asynchronous value delivery, but not pressure. And remember, the preview pane is your first impression. So lead with what matters, not, "I hope this finds you well." To me, nothing beats phone for clarity. You'll know in 30 seconds whether they're mildly curious or completely disinterested. But to get that far, your tone and opener have to land. So start with permission. Mind if I take 30 seconds? Because this works better than just diving straight in. Then we want to pivot to relevance. Mention something real about their role, growth, or challenge. but expect resistance. Most early objections are reflexes, not rejections. So stay calm, keep it curious, and then reframe the conversation. The phone isn't about pitching, it's about qualifying. Is there a real conversation to be had here? With LinkedIn, you need to think about it as your low pressure visibility engine. When used well, it builds recognition without asking for anything. That way, when your email lands or your call comes through, you're not a total stranger. Smart LinkedIn plays include personalized connection requests, relevant comments on their posts, short DMs that point back to a challenge they're facing, constant posting about solutions and real pain points they may be talking about. But the thing is, you need to keep it light. Where possible, avoid links, no pitches. You're not selling, you're setting context, you're building presence. And in a multi-channel strategy, that soft familiarity can often be the difference between a reply and a complete delete. With video and voice notes, when these are done right, these are a secret weapon. A quick 45-second video that uses their name and references their world, or connects to a real insight that shows effort. This is more than most reps will ever do for a prospect. It's a complete pattern breaker and very, very human. So use it for high value targets, maybe for a post voicemail follow-up or when an email goes cold. The key though, you need to keep it raw. Don't over polish these videos and voicemails. Be human, smile, sound like you're talking to one person, not recording for dozens. And always tie it back to their context and not your product or solution. Great cadences and sequences don't blast messages, they tell stories. Each touch adds a new layer. So start with a cold intro that earns some interest, follow with some social proof or a success story. Then shift the tone with a LinkedIn DM, add warmth with a voice note, make the ask again but differently, and finish with a no pressure out. Ideally, you want to be doing this across maybe 15 to 20 plus days with at least 9 to 12 touch points across 3 to 4 channels. Your sequence should feel like a natural progression, not a campaign. And that's how you're going to earn engagement without overstepping too much. Message progression, this means depth, not duplication. So you might open with a trigger-based hook, then follow up with a stat from a similar company. Later, start asking more curiosity-driven questions, then link to a blog or a resource, then personalize a short video that summarizes the whole value proposition in under a minute. Think about it, each of these steps is adding a new layer, a new reason to reply. And that's how you're going to create rhythm without sounding robotic. And this is where nuance really matters. Don't email when you need tone, call. Don't pitch on LinkedIn, nudge. Don't send a video too early. Earn it. Ask if they'd like to see it. Use the phone to qualify, email to deliver value, LinkedIn to warm the room, video to re-spark attention. The more intentional your medium, the more natural your message is going to land. Cool, so let's dive into the do's and don'ts. Mix 3 to 4 channels, sequence over 15 days so you truly test your outreach. Use insight-led messaging, match your tone to the format, track opens, clicks, reply timing, connect rates on the phone, and then make sure to tweak your CTAs and test different formats by persona. Your cadences should always be evolving, not just exist after being created once. So remember, each sequence is an opportunity to learn and continue to optimize. And what to avoid? Well, look, we don't want to be copying and pasting every single message over the same format with the same wording. Try to avoid leading with features because that makes it more about you versus the prospect. So remember, always lead with their world. Don't use vague CTAs like checking in. They're super easy to ignore. And don't send more than 2 touches that are the same medium per day. And do not skip any step in the sequence because it ruins the test entirely. If your outreach feels templated, it's always going to be treated that way. So always remember that. The fact is, multi-channel is the way. It's the most effective way to approach outreach. And when done right, it's going to completely change the game for you. It takes you from being a stranger in the inbox to a trusted, visible presence across all the channels. It's not about doing more. Remember that. It's about doing each of these bits better, with intention, with structure, and with the buyer's experience as your main anchor. So here are a few things you can try. Audit your main 3 sequences. Where are the gaps based on all the things we've spoken about today? These are going to be the first things you can do to improve it. Add 1 new touch point this week. Maybe test video or LinkedIn posting and messaging. Refresh your message and your sequence. Where can you progress better? And then track what lands and build your personal playbook. If you want more detailed training on each of the bits within this topic, we've got individual training on cold emailing, cold calling, you name it. Just look at the other modules within the platform. Let's go.